law, the town has to accept it as a yearly reauthorization of those funds for a revolving account. Any amounts in excess of that goes to the general fund of the town.
Board's pleasure.
Make a motion that we support Article 7.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Article 8, to see if the town will vote to raise, appropriate, and/or transfer a sum of money from taxation, free cash, and other specific available fund, the stabilization fund, an existing appropriation or account, water enterprise, unreserved retained earnings, or other available source to buy back accumulated sick leave for personnel in the following departments or act anything thereon. Water Department, $29,737. DPW Highway, $7,400. In the Water Department, how many people is that?
Just one person.
Wow. Sorry. DPW, one person also?
One person also.
Okay.
They're both retiring.
Board's pleasure?
I make a motion that we support Article 8.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right. Article 9, to see if the town will vote to raise an appropriate and/or transfer a sum of money from various sources to create a stabilization fund for the purpose of paying principal and interest on bonds, notes, or other debt of the town, or act anything thereon.
This is the article we spoke to last week with the Finance Committee. When we received the free cash, that we move the landfill settlement into and be used for payment of that town debt in the future years.
All right, this is basically the commitment of the Board of Selectmen and the FinCom to basically re-put in what we're taking out this year, to put it in layman's terms.
It's establishment of the fund to put it in.
Okay.
So moved.
Second. All right, we've got a motion and a second to support. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Article 10 is to see if the town will vote to raise an appropriate and/or transfer a sum of money from a whole bunch of places, like they usually say, to create a stabilization fund for the purpose of capital outlay expenditures for which the town may lawfully borrow money or act anything thereon.
Again, that's an article to create the fund if and when we receive monies, that we can place a sum of money on a consistent basis to help defray our capital costs for projects and equipment.
Okay, does any comments from the board or the board's pleasure?
Make a motion that we support the article.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Article 11, to see if the town will vote to accept the relocation alteration of part of Sachem Street as a public way as laid out by the Board of Selectmen, and to authorize the Board of Selectmen to acquire by eminent domain or by gift the fee or easement in the relocated altered way as shown on the relocation layout plan on file with the town clerk entitled Road Relocation Plan, Sachem Street, Middleborough, Massachusetts, dated May 24, '07, and prepared by Outback Engineering. And there is also Article 12, we can take these together, to see if the town will vote to discontinue as a public way that part of Sachem Street which is shown as Parcel B on a relocation layout plan on file with the town clerk entitled Road Relocation Plan, Sachem Street, Middleborough, Massachusetts, dated May 24, '07, and prepared by Outback.
And this is a hearing that went before the planning board initially last year and the board this year to lay out that roadway to relocate a section of it.
Okay. Do I have comment from the board?
Motion to approve?
Both Article 11 and 12?
Yes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Article 13, to see if the town will approve an amendment to Section A, Paragraph 4 of the 1997 tax increment financing, that's what everybody is calling TIFs, agreement with Brookfield Engineering Laboratories located at Middleborough Park at 495, to replace, quote, over the 18-year period of this agreement, the company expects to expand its labor force at the rate of 3.3% per year, adding 142 new employees to its current workforce of 180, close quote, with, quote, so this is now the replacement language, quote, over the 18-year period of this agreement, the company expects to grow the number of employees as economic conditions allow, close quote. So what you're going from is a specific number to a more generalized expectation of growth. Is anybody in the audience here to speak on that? You can ask a question, but Anna, could you give us a little more? Anna Nevelenko is our Office of Economic Development Director, and she has been dealing with these TIFs much to her chagrin.
Well, no, it's a good process. Good evening.
Good evening.
I met with the TIF committee members about a few of the businesses that have TIFs, and the Massachusetts Office of Business Development brought to our attention that several of the businesses in their mind were not meeting the